Something is a love story that follows Nomzamo Mbatha, an aspiring novelist with writer's block, who then meets model Nat Masilo, that's Maponyane. Their journey keeps you on the edge of your seat as the unlikely couple fall in love. Let's take a look at this clip.
Not really my type. I was writing the great African love story. Then my boyfriend at the time left me. I just don't think I found the right guy yet.
You need to get out, meet someone. It must be like the Kalahari down there.
Oh, it hasn't been watered in a while.
Tashaka's top 5 rules for picking up men in a club. 1, if his shoes are whack, so is he. 2, make eye contact. 3, you get close enough to smell him.
The 45-foot man.
Yeah, that's not who I am. It's just what I do. What do you do?
I write.
You're a writer.
I wrote once.
4, watch him dance. And 5, check out his friends.
Did you pull us over because of the gun in the car?
Tell me sweet something. Well, the lead stars are in studio with me this morning. I'm joined by Nomzamo and Maps. Guys, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
What is it about rom-coms, Nomzamo, that we absolutely love? But I can only imagine as an actress, there's comedic timing there. There's a rapport. There's a relationship that you somehow need to find with this other actor.
Absolutely. I think for us, sorry about my voice. For us, I think it's just, we were lucky that we weren't involved in the comedy part of things, because I don't find myself very funny. But I think, when it comes to comedy, you have to throw it away and then allow the audience to catch it, because when you try really hard to sound funny or to make something seem really funny, I think that's when the audience doesn't catch on to that, or the audience is not captivated by that. So I think Thomas Gumede, Tembisiete and Kagisolide did a sterling job at that, but they're just it naturally comes to them when it comes to comedy. But I think South African audiences are really going to enjoy this, and they're going to find it endearing and loving.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maps, what is it about rom-coms? And I think maybe from a viewer's perspective, we're not always open to the behind-the-scenes stuff, but when there's a love interest, that relationship's got to come across honest.
Yeah.
Like you're connecting with the love interest. What is it about? What is that formula, that chemistry when there's two leads? Or is it something like, I like the look of your face, let's make it work?
Yeah, so it's a whole lot deeper than that. I wish it was that simple, but you have to build on that chemistry quite a lot, because that's all it comes down to, building that chemistry. We were fortunate in our rom-com to be able to spend a month of pre-production together, ourselves and the rest of the cast, where we got to know each other really well, and we all got quite close, and got to know our inners in terms of our lives, and things that most people didn't know about one another, and that helps with starting to gel and starting to build up that trust. And then when it came to the two of us having to get that chemistry, it comes from, I think, it's something that has to happen with internalizing the process and really receiving what the person is saying, and trying to be as present as possible in that moment and giving back. We had to build up that trust and build up that chemistry, and really let loose around each other and know that we could be comfortable around each other, and then take it from there. And I think in the end we managed to find that chemistry, and she's not so bad. She's easy to get along with.
We're going to encourage everybody to go and watch this film, but from a South African perspective, we don't really tell the romance, the stories of romance, although it's part of our DNA. We all fall in love every day.
Yeah.
What is so unique about the South African love story?
I think it's finally showing beautiful black people in a positive light. We're tired of the world thinking that we pet lions and we keep giraffes in our backyards, and we're constantly, talking about politics. Of course, the political narrative is important, because we need to know what happened, and the story needs to be told. But I feel like it's time now for us to be portrayed in our everyday lives, and we fall in love. Love is the common thread. And I think what makes this film so different is the fact that, everybody looks beautiful. you know, and you want to just lick our skin.
I mean, I think just to add on to that, and we love going to watch these romantic comedies, but they're never anything that we can relate to.
Yeah.
Because all our films are always political and about crime and about violence and about HIV and poverty. And we end up always going to go watch the American romantic comedies. And now finally we have something that we can relate to, where people look like us and sound like us, and in the places you can recognize. Yeah.
Very quickly, for both of you, what was the most awkward moment? One thing that you went like, oh, I'm
Our first kiss.
Our first
Jesus.
kiss.
we reached like take 20 or something.
Okay.
So we saw him what the kiss was like?
Yeah.
Was there like a... Yeah.
Okay, so that was the awkward moment. You know, when you were talking very quickly, you're talking about people like Kagiso Lediga. I mean, he is such a comic genius. How do you, as an actor, being an actor is a very serious thing, but how do you then interpret that comedic genius into your performance to make it look lighthearted and make sure that we connect as an audience? Very quickly.
First of all, you don't try and laugh.
Yeah.
You try your best not to laugh.
Yeah.
Because he, you know, just naturally as a person, you could be having a decent conversation with him, and he just makes you laugh. So I think it was just trying to not laugh and keep a very straight face.
When is it at the cinemas, Maps?
It came out yesterday, and it's opening weekend right now, so it's in
all
cinemas.
the shows are like sold out.
all across Africa, and it's actually in Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Nigeria.
So there's no reason not to watch it. Guys, thank you very much for joining me in studio. That's Maps Maponyane and Nomzamo Mbatha, the leads of Tell Me Sweet Something. It was released on cinemas yesterday, so go and watch it. Grab your granny, your grandfather, your mom, your auntie, everybody, even the neighbor. Go and check it out. We need to have a big opening weekend. We take an ad break. Don't go anywhere.